Pittsburgh Penguins versus Winnipeg Jets. Two heavyweights collide in Winnipeg tonight as the Pittsburgh Penguins roll into Canada Life Centre to face the Jets in a high-stakes cross-divisional clash. Pittsburgh enters at 8-2-2, perched atop the Metropolitan Division with 18 points. Winnipeg sits right on their heels at 8-3-0, second in the Central behind Colorado. Both teams are thriving early, but the undertone is clear. This game tests whether the Penguins' veteran precision can outduel Winnipeg's balanced surge on home ice. Momentum is currency in November, and both benches know it's time to cash in. Pittsburgh has the pedigree and the firepower. Sidney Crosby and Evgeny Malkin continue to defy time, driving a unit averaging 3.67 goals per game, just a hair above Winnipeg's 3.64. Malkin leads the Penguins with 17 points on 9 goals and 8 assists, while Crosby's 8 tallies and 24 shots speak to his efficient, still deadly touch. For the Jets, Captain Mark Scheifele mirrors that leadership load. 18 points through 12 games, with 9 goals and 9 assists, setting the pace for a Winnipeg offense that thrives on balance and quick transitions. Stat for stat, these two teams look like mirror images. Pittsburgh's defense has held firm, allowing 2.42 goals per game, while Winnipeg sits slightly higher at 2.55. On special teams, the Penguins have the flash, a 31% power play that punishes hesitation. The Jets, however, answer with grit and precision, a 91.1% penalty kill that ranks among the best in the league. That's the battle line right there. Pittsburgh's creative puck movement against Winnipeg's disciplined structure. Whoever dictates that rhythm will own the night. The Penguins' recent form has been sharp. They've won 3 of their last 5, capped by a commanding 4-1 win in Minnesota on Thursday. In that span, they've outscored opponents 22-15 and shown scoring depth beyond the big names. Jake Guentzel's chemistry with Malkin is humming, and the blue line, though missing Jack St. Ivany and Tanner Howe, has held up under pressure. Their lone soft spot has been closing games, with 2 shootout losses in the past week, hinting at late-game fatigue. Meanwhile, Winnipeg is heating up. After dropping 2 of 3 in late October, they responded with back-to-back wins. A gritty 4-3 overtime triumph over Minnesota and a dominant 6-3 home victory over Chicago. They've rediscovered their offensive flow, racking up 19 goals in the last 5 outings. What stood out most? Depth scoring. The Jets aren't leaning solely on Scheifele. Veterans like Nino Niederreiter and Kyle Connor are hitting stride, while the defensive core has tightened its coverage after a shaky start. Rick Bowness's group looks more cohesive by the day. Between the pipes, it's a duel of equals. Tristan Jarry, 5-1-0, 2.35 GAA, .923 SV%, has been poised and precise. His rebound control outstanding. Connor Hellebuyck, 6-3-0, 2.34 GAA, 921 save percentage, counters as Winnipeg's rock, thriving under home ice pressure. Statistically, they're near mirror images. Jarry the calm road warrior, Hellebuyck the big game anchor. This goaltending clash could decide everything. This matchup hinges on tempo and discipline. Pittsburgh excels when it moves the puck fast through the neutral zone, forcing opponents to chase. Winnipeg wins by grinding shifts and minimizing turnovers. Special teams could be the difference. Pittsburgh's 31% power play meets Winnipeg's elite 91% penalty kill. A true heavyweight clash. If the Penguins find space, Malkin's cross-ice feeds can open lanes. If the Jets stay structured and disrupt those passes, their counterattack could turn the tide. Watch the X factors. Pittsburgh leans on Brian Rust's relentless forecheck and Chris Letang's calm control at the blue line to set their rhythm. Winnipeg gets a boost from Cole Perfetti's return. His speed and creativity could tilt late-game momentum. With Raquel and Howe out for the Penguins and Lowry and Samberg missing for the Jets, The depth edge leans slightly toward Winnipeg, especially on home ice. So, what's the final call? Expect a chess match early, fireworks late. Both goaltenders will hold their ground, but one lapse on special teams could open the floodgates. The Penguins' power play gives them an edge, but the Jets' penalty kill and home momentum even the scales. In the end, the balance tips just slightly toward the hosts. Prediction: Jets 4, Penguins 3, OT. Hellebuik withstands a furious late push, Scheifele nets the winner, and Winnipeg extends its surge with statement composure under pressure. Pittsburgh doesn't fade, they force extra time with veteran grit. But the night belongs to the Jets, whose structure and stamina hold steady when it matters most. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Winnipeg Jets winner. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box. Dallas Stars versus Florida Panthers. The stage is set at Amarant Bank Arena, where the Dallas Stars, 6-3-2, skate into sunrise to clash with the Florida Panthers, 5-5-1. It's a non-conference battle, but don't let that fool you. Both clubs are clawing for early season traction. Dallas sits fourth in the loaded Central Division, chasing the high-flying Avalanche, while Florida is fighting to keep pace in the Atlantic, currently tied with Buffalo and Toronto. For the Stars, this is about momentum. For the Panthers, it's about rediscovering their bite. Dallas has been steady but not flawless. 3 wins in their last 5, and points in most outings show a team that grinds through tight contests. Florida, meanwhile, continues to ride the roller coaster. A mix of inspired defense and frustrating lapses has left them hovering at .500. Tonight's matchup is more than a calendar date. It's a tone setter for both sides. The Stars want to build consistency. The Panthers need to prove they can close games against elite Western opponents. Look closer, and the tale of the tape tells a balanced but tense picture. Dallas enters averaging 2.64 goals per game and allowing 2.91, while Florida sits at 2.45 goals per game and 2.73 goals against average. The Stars hold the edge on the power play, converting 28.9% of their chances, while the Panthers' penalty kill stands at 78.9%, middle of the pack but dangerous when aggressive. Conversely, Florida's own power play has struggled, just 20.5%, but they do boast a shorthanded goal to their name, a reminder that they can flip momentum in an instant. Offensively, both squads rely on their stars to set the tempo. For Dallas, Mikko Rantanen has been sensational. 12 points, 4 goals, 8 assists, and a +4 rating. He's driving possession, leading rushes, and anchoring a top unit that's begun to click. Wyatt Johnston, with 6 goals in 9 games, adds the youthful punch, while Rantanen continues to be the playmaking heartbeat. Across the ice, Brad Marchand is the engine for Florida. 11 points, 5 goals, 6 assists, and plenty of edge. When Marchand's engaged, Florida's forecheck sharpens, and their top line hums with purpose. Defensively, both benches face questions. Dallas is without Jamie Benn and Niels Lundqvist, while Matt Duchene and Roop Hintz are day-to-day. 4 critical pieces in terms of leadership and depth. Florida's injuries run just as deep. Matthew Tkachuk, IR, Alexander Barkov, IR, and Dmitry Kulikov, IR, leave the Panthers thin down the middle and in their defensive structure. Expect heavy minutes for role players like Eetu Luostarinen and Carter Verhaeghe to carry the transitional load. In net, it's Udinger versus Bobrovsky, a duel of poise and precision. Udinger, 5-2, 2.54 GAA, .913 SV%, anchors Dallas with calm, technical control, thriving in tight games. Bobrovsky, 5-3, 2.28 GAA, 903 SV%, brings experience and timely saves, but can be exposed by defensive lapses. DeSmith and Tarasov wait in support, yet this one rests on the starters. It's a chess match. Bobrovsky's anticipation against Udinger's composure, likely decided by a single rebound or deflection. Momentum tells the story. Dallas has battled through tight wins over Washington, Nashville, and Carolina, with only a narrow 2-1 overtime loss in Tampa. Proof they're finding rhythm. Florida's last 5 have been shakier, with losses to Anaheim, Vegas, and Pittsburgh, offset by wins in Boston and Buffalo. It's the mark of a team still chasing consistency while waiting for its stars to get fully healthy. Tactically, Dallas leans on structure, steady forecheck, tight neutral zone play, and efficient special teams. Their 71.4% penalty kill isn't elite, but opportunistic, and their power play punishes mistakes. Florida, meanwhile, thrives in chaos, feeding off turnovers and transition rushes. Expect Marchand and Verhaeghe to push the pace early, probing Dallas's blue line for openings. The X factor tonight might just be tempo control. If Dallas slows the game, they'll wear Florida down and grind out a win. But if the Panthers' forecheck catches fire early, if Bobrovsky can weather the initial push, they can tilt the ice in their favor. Keep an eye on Johnston for Dallas and Marchand for Florida. One of them could swing momentum with a single shift. So what's the final call? Expect a tight, disciplined battle that feels like playoff hockey in early November. The Stars' depth and goaltending steadiness give them the edge, especially against a banged-up Florida lineup still struggling to find consistent offense. Prediction: Dallas Stars 3, Florida Panthers 2. In the end, structure beats chaos. Ettinger holds the crease, Rantanen delivers the difference maker, and the Stars leave Sunrise with 2 hard-earned points, another step in their steady climb toward the Central's top tier. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Dallas Stars winner. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box. Toronto Maple Leafs versus Philadelphia Flyers, tonight in Philadelphia. 2 teams on opposite sides of momentum collide under the bright lights. The Toronto Maple Leafs, sitting at 5-5 and 1-6 in the Atlantic, are trying to steady their start after a streak of inconsistency. Across the ice, the 6-3-1 Flyers, 4th in the Metropolitan, are flying high on confidence, backed by a sharp goaltending tandem and a home crowd that's starting to believe. This isn't just another early season tilt, it's a tone setter. For Toronto, it's about rediscovering rhythm. For Philadelphia, it's about proving their surge is no fluke. Both clubs enter this one knowing how thin the margins are. A win for Toronto could pull them back into the mix in a jam-packed Atlantic. A victory for Philadelphia could solidify their place among the early East contenders. Momentum, pride, and points, all on the line tonight at Xfinity Mobile Arena. Toronto leans on its star power. William Nylander has been electric with 15 points, 3 goals, 12 assists, orchestrating plays and driving the attack. John Tavares continues to be a net front threat with 6 goals and 3 assists, including a team-leading power play goal. But the Leafs' defense has been leaky, 3.82 goals allowed per game, among the highest in their division, forcing their goaltenders to weather too many high-danger chances. On the other side, Trevor Zegras has made an instant impact for Philadelphia, leading with 12 points, 4G, 8A, while Owen Tippett adds a finishing punch with 5 goals and a +3 rating. The Flyers' defensive identity has been clear, disciplined, physical, and efficient. They allow just 2.40 goals per game and boast an impressive 89.2% penalty kill, numbers that mirror their grinding, opportunistic style. Where Toronto leans on skill, Philly leans on structure. The tale of the tape tells the story of contrast. Toronto scores more, 3.45 goals per game, but also concedes heavily, while Philadelphia's more balanced approach, tighter defense, smarter puck management, keeps them in control of tempo. The Flyers draw penalties and capitalize. Their 20.0% power play is a growing weapon, while Toronto's man advantage sits at 13.8%, a clear gap in execution. It's strength versus flash, patience versus pace. Recent form says plenty. Toronto has stumbled through its last 5, losses to Columbus, Buffalo, and New Jersey mixed with narrow wins over Calgary and Buffalo. They've scored but couldn't close, giving up 6 goals in their most recent outing. Meanwhile, the Flyers are rolling. Winners of 4 straight, they've beaten Nashville, Pittsburgh, and the Islanders, allowing just 5 total goals over that span. Their 4-1 rout of Nashville showed confidence from start to finish, quick transitions, disciplined defense, and timely goaltending. And that goaltending duel might define tonight. For Toronto, Anthony Stolarz is expected to start, carrying a 3-1-0 record, a 3.27 GAA, and a .868 save percentage. His numbers reflect the defensive strain in front of him. He's faced volume, not comfort. On the other side, Dan Vladar has been a revelation for Philadelphia. With a 4.20 record, a sparkling 1.67 GAA, and a .939 save percentage, he's turned away chance after chance with calm precision. Behind him, Sam Ersson adds stability, posting a 3.08 GAA in relief duty. The gap in crease confidence right now tilts toward the Flyers. This matchup runs deep. Toronto's top 6 can strike fast, but their rush defense remains a weakness. Philadelphia's forecheck, led by Tippett and Zegras, feeds on turnovers and quick transitions. Their puck control and back pressure have smothered faster teams. Special teams could swing it. If Toronto's power play clicks, they control the tempo. If not, Philly's penalty kill will grind them down. Watch for the X factors. Nylander's ability to break open tight coverage, Zegras' creativity on the power play, and Tavares' net front presence against a Flyers defense that collapses quickly. And don't overlook the physical edge. Toronto's 78 penalty minutes pale compared to Philadelphia's 159, but the Flyers' bruising style often shifts energy in their favor. If this becomes a board battle game, the orange and black hold the upper hand. So what gives? Toronto will push the pace early, looking to break through before Philly locks in defensively. But the Flyers' structure, composure, and goaltending edge should hold on home ice. Expect a gritty, disciplined battle where special teams and puck control decide it. Prediction: Flyers 4, Maple Leafs 2. Philadelphia extends its win streak to 5, powered by Vladar's consistency and Zegras' playmaking. Toronto flashes talent, but falters in defensive recovery. The Flyers stay hot, the crowd roars, and Philly keeps its place near the top of the Metropolitan with another statement win. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Philadelphia Flyers winner. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box. New Jersey Devils versus Los Angeles Kings. It's a coast-to-coast collision under the bright lights of Crypto.com Arena as the New Jersey Devils, 8-3-0, skate into Los Angeles to take on the Kings, 5-3-4. For New Jersey, second in the Metropolitan Division with 16 points, it's a chance to steady the ship after back-to-back road losses. For the Kings, sitting third in the Pacific with 14 points, it's an opportunity to defend home ice and re-establish their rhythm after an up-and-down stretch. One team is chasing momentum, the other desperate to hold on to it, and that tension sets the stage for a high-stakes November showdown. The Devils have built their success on pace and precision. They're scoring 3.73 goals per game, powered by Jack Hughes, who's been electric with 15 points, 9 goals, 6 assists in the early going. His combination of creativity and finish has anchored an offense that thrives in transition. On the wing, Jesper Bratt continues to be a playmaker's playmaker. 9 assists and counting, with 3 of them coming on the power play. This is a team that can light you up from anywhere, and when they get rolling, they don't just score, they overwhelm. The Kings counter with structure and balanced attack. Adrian Kempe has matched Hughes point for point. 15 total, 5 goals, 10 assists, setting the tone for a disciplined offense that averages just under 3 goals a night, 2.92 goals per game. But the key for Los Angeles has been depth. From Kevin Fiala's secondary scoring to the steady two-way presence of Anze Kopitar, the Kings don't rely on one line to do the damage. They chip away, win face-offs, and wear opponents down with layers of defensive pressure. Defensively, the contrast is just as sharp. New Jersey has allowed 3.18 goals per game, while Los Angeles has been slightly tighter at 3.08. Both teams play with offensive instincts, but the Kings' blue line, led by Drew Doughty's leadership, tends to absorb pressure more efficiently. The special teams battle could decide this one. New Jersey's power play sits at 32.3%, a lethal weapon against a Kings penalty kill that's been shaky at 74.0%. Flip that around, and Los Angeles's own power play at 18.2% faces a Devils penalty kill operating at 84.6%, one of the most reliable units in the league. That's your chessboard right there, the Devils' high-voltage man advantage against a vulnerable Kings PK. Momentum-wise, New Jersey is slipping. After back-to-back losses, 5-2 to San Jose and 8-4 to Colorado. Their defensive gaps have shown. Before that, they'd won 3 straight, including an OT thriller over the Avs. The takeaway: when the Devils control tempo, they dominate. When games open up, they bleed goals. Speed is their weapon. Discipline must follow. The Kings' recent stretch has been all about fine margins. They've gone 2-2-1 in their last 5, with both losses coming in shootouts, tight battles against Nashville and Detroit. Wins over San Jose, Chicago, and Dallas showed timely scoring and clutch goaltending, but closing out games remains their hurdle. They've earned points in 4 of 5, yet that killer instinct late has been missing. Tonight, the challenge is sustaining energy against one of hockey's fastest teams. In net, it's a duel of dependability. New Jersey's Jake Allen has been solid at 5-1-0 with a 2.39 GAA and a .906 save percentage. Calm, composed, and technically sharp. His backup, Jacob Markstrom, has struggled, so Allen likely carries the load again. For LA, Darcy Kuemper, 3.23, 2.82 GAA, should get the nod over Anton Forsberg, 2-1-1, 3.19 GAA, as neither has fully seized the crease, but both keep the Kings in games. And that's where this one could turn, in the crease. Can Kuemper withstand New Jersey's speed and shot volume? Can Allen handle the Kings' grind game below the goal line? Every rebound, every tip, every second-chance puck could decide it. 2 teams that score in waves, and the goalie's poise may break the tie. Tactically, New Jersey will try to stretch the ice, using Jack Hughes' speed to expose LA's slower defense. The Kings will counter with structure, short shifts, layered forechecks, and tight spacing to limit rush chances. LA thrives on puck management, New Jersey on firepower. Watch Jesper Bratt on the power play and Adrian Kempe off turnovers. Face-offs and zone entries will decide the flow. If the Kings slow it down, they can frustrate the Devils. If not, it becomes a track meet, and that's New Jersey's game. Both sides are banged up. The Devils miss Cody Glass, Brett Pesce, and Zach McEwen. The Kings lack Warren Fogle and Kyle Burrows, but the Stars are ready, and that's what matters. Prediction: Devils 4, Kings 3, OT. New Jersey's speed and special teams make the difference as Hughes and Bratt connect late for a statement win. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is New Jersey Devils winner. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box.